In a world where AI can outpace skill, talent alone won't save you. Not the sharpest of coders, not the cleanest of editors, and not even the most consistent of builders even sets you apart. The only way you win in this new world is by following your own unique curiosity, by going and searching in the places where most people wouldn't even go and search, and actually finding things that are actually in the details that matter to you. Skills are no longer rare. AI writes stories, it redesigns logos, it codes websites, and even edits videos. But it can't tell what's worth making because taste is the differentiator. Taste is rare. You can replicate the method, you can mirror a workflow, but you can't a point of view. And that's what wins now, perspective. I remember falling down rabbit holes as a kid, watching a bunch of YouTube videos leading me towards a endless rabbit hole of reading as far as a book a day. I remember watching a guy on YouTube called VT giving business master classes, and instead of doing my actual schoolwork and feeling guilty about this when I should have been studying. And this, spawned and led towards me building my first business, therefore leading me to travel and actually meeting up with people that share a similar point of view about life, and therefore now having lifelong friends that I've connected and created memories with that will never fade. And that's what curiosity does. It compounds your experiences and creates this wonderful infusion effect that is hard to connect looking forward, but it's so easy connecting the dots saying, obviously this is what was supposed to happen looking backwards. Now, there's a Trinity model when it comes to how I see it, which is AI is going to be the thing that's going to help you actually build the thing. Content is going to be the thing that actually helps you share the thing. And curiosity is what's going to help you shape and actually, follow and figure out what to actually build. Now, curiosity is what makes it yours and connects you even deeper with the sense of community and the people that you're sharing your content with and the thing that you're building for. It's the campus that reveals all of the parts to not only yourself, but everybody else that's part of the journey due to the actual content. The magic and the gold is the fact that the tools have now been made super cheap for exploration. So you can actually afford going and actually failing and vibe coding your way towards something that you actually like. I know friends of mine that have poured hundreds of thousands of dollars into developers that have built something that they can't even possibly explain what that thing is, compared to what their original idea was. But now you can just, spend a weekend, pulling an all-nighter, kind of vibe coding your way towards an MVP or something that you actually like using. And the beauty about this now is that you don't need a team. You don't need, people to explain it to you. You just need a spark of curiosity and the will to actually follow it. But you do need to care. If AI is your co-founder and content is your voice, then what actually naturally happens is curiosity is your engine. The future doesn't belong to what historically used to be these big software companies. It doesn't belong to giants. It belongs to the deeply curious, the ones that are interested in self-experimentation and actually are deeply curious about the problems that they have in their lives and are willing to actually solve that. And this is where taste comes in. Taste is the last unfair advantage. Taste is the instinct and the emotional pattern recognition, the ability to see the patterns in what people like across trends and potentially even cultures. It's what tells you that, this code works and this code sings, right? It's the difference in saying, this is such a clean video and this is a video that moves people. It's the difference in, this idea is cool, and the idea that this idea is something that deeply resonates with people. And the reasons that designers and directors still matter is because they've been wrong so many times that they know what right actually looks like. Taste is now what gives you precision in a sea of noise. When I think about my own taste, it was cultivated through all of the experiences that I've been through, taking the risk of leaving my parents and saying, hey guys, I am not going to continue with the version that I had envisioned in the past, and I'm not going to go to school anymore, and I'm going to go to Pretoria and sleep on a friend's floor while I'm trying to figure things out. It's the self-belief that I've had through time, and knowing that in trusting in myself, in being just trusting in the fact that it's just raw belief, and the fact that I'm going to do so much and conspire towards making sure that my future actually becomes what I want it to be, is what shaped my take. All of those unique experiences that were not quote unquote conventional have now shaped how I now view and interact with the actual world. Taste comes from doing and noticing, from exposure and reflection. Travel, culture, food, struggle, silence, unexpected deep conversations that you have with somebody just because you go to the local coffee shop. It comes from watching old 90s and 60s movies, going into a bookstore and just, reading an old book that, has no label in front of it, which leads to very interesting stories and very different outputs. If all of our inputs are the same, then we cannot be unique in any way. So the only way to be unique and be more artistic and see the world in a different way is to have different inputs. These are the inputs that actually sharpen your eye and make you notice what is good art from bad art, why some things that are just hyperly, paced and you think it's the normal way of doing things. It's about watching old film that teaches you the beauty of storytelling without you just relying on retention editing that is consistent and apparent on every social media platform that you actually go to. This creates obviously the problem where most people just copy the surface and fail to realize the beauty that is underneath. That's why, everybody on YouTube tries the POV style, but they don't understand the things that make that style so unique to that person, and why there's actual soul to why maybe Daniel Dalen makes the style so special to him. It's not, the traveling and being in, all of these fancy cars. Yes, that adds and probably creates some, bias towards give him some authority. But there's also things that are very unique to him that make him special. They flex the car but don't share the story. They wear the watch but can't tell the time or what even makes that timepiece particularly special to them. It's like buying, Vin Diesel's car from Fast and the Furious and hoping to feel like him, but forgetting why that car actually means something to him, right? You don't know, maybe just likes his old man's truck, and that's what inspired him to like that type of model car. Because depth isn't loud, depth is actually layered. And the reason it's layered is because you spend time actually allowing yourself to be immersed in the actual experience itself. It's why I still prefer reading rather than listening to an audiobook. When everything starts to feel AI generated, the only thing that actually sets you apart is truth and precision and being honest and following your own unique rabbit holes. And for me, the person that has been surprised over and over again, the beauty of the internet, the beauty of the time that we're living in, is that algorithms mirror exactly who we are. So the content that you quote unquote create now is a way of attracting people that have a similar worldview and have similar mental models of the world than yourself. So content now becomes a way to send out signal and actually attract a tribe of people that hold close to their hearts the same beliefs and models of truths that you obey and live through. Your clicks shape the world. Your posts attract to you your people. So build a truth. Build something that resonates. Build something that actually speaks truth to you. Something that you would want to see in the world. The ideas that I'm sharing here are not just ways in which you can find out how to be unique so that you can have a bunch of followers. It's a new way of operating. It's a brand new OS on how to interact and actually live in the world. I myself have, built very interesting relationships and with people over the internet that I've been inspired with, that I've now had I've been fortunate enough to work with, and even some of them end up calling them one of my best friends. And, it is an amazing experience to see. I think the truth here is about getting real, not being scared about being, super odd. It's realizing the fact that you are no longer alone. You can connect and build things that you find interesting. And hopefully that's something that people actually want as well. It's about creating something that resonates deeply with yourself and can actually resonate with other people, that allows you to build a sense of community and home for those people. For me, that's Build Space, that's Founders Inc. It's people that are building very interesting things on the internet that shape and actually change the world. So follow your curiosity, refine your lens, and protect your actual inputs. And build something that couldn't exist without you, because the only true and new matter is taste.